What's up, everyone? Chris M. Walker from Legit and Superstar SEO back here with you with the next part in our AI plus Legit case study. And in this one, we've got some good news and we've got some bad news. So we're going to look into what both of those are and figure out what the next step to take is from there. So let's make it do what it do. I instantly regret saying that, but let's go ahead and jump into my computer and check it out. All right, if you have been following along at home, and if you haven't, why the hell not? This is the site we've been working on. It is Boxing Tribune-News. If you remember right, here, let me log in. Okay, so if you remember when we left off, we were doing interlinking and getting rid of as many orphan pages as possible. And after, it took about a week, but a lady on my team that's a very valuable member of the team went through and did all the interlinking via Link Whisper the way I told her to do it. And let's take a look at what that looks like. I'm just going to pick a few posts here at random. Let's take a look at this one. How to get good at boxing. So you can see it went through and put in different links to different pages. Oops. And did so with each of them. So it's basically giving Google the ability to crawl through the site and find different things. Now, I think we probably went overboard because we were using a broadsword instead of a scalpel and not really strategically choosing them. But there was too many pages to do that the right way for a project like this. So that's why we did it that way. And you can see we have 36,873 internal links and 980 external links. So that's a lot, right? So let's see what the results of that were. If you remember, we had, I don't know, 300 or so pages indexed when we last left off. I don't remember exactly, something around that, but let's take a look now. Site colon. So according to this result, this number here, we have 944 results. What's interesting is it doesn't load more than, I don't know, about 20 or so. So I don't really know if that's why. Well, we'll see in a second. And then let's go ahead and log into a VPS, and just so we can look from a different computer and location. Boxing Tribune-News. Let's see what this one says. 944 as well. Let's see what happens if we allow that. Nothing. All right, so that's good. And interestingly, it will only load a certain amount of them. So I'm wondering if there's some sort of glitch or something here. Anyhow, that's good, right? That's like the other day it was over 1,000. So that's still a large percentage of the site that's now indexed. So what you would expect to start happening is keywords to start ranking. So let's jump over into Ahrefs, into SEMrush, and see how that's going. All right, we are here in SEMrush. If you don't have a grandfathered account, this probably would have cost you about $4,000 just to read that one piece of data. I kid a little bit. And I like to look at the old version as well as the new one of the, I guess, the overview. And as you can see, last time we had 25 or so, and now we're down to about 9 according to this, and most of them are not ranking in a good place. The only one that's even like in shouting distance of the homepage has 0 volume, although I find it hard to believe that defense and boxing has 0 volume, but that's regardless. But that's pretty disappointing, right? Like it got worse rather than better. So let's take a look in SEMrush, SEMrush, whatever you prefer. I know that was a whole big thing at one point. So pretty bad also, right? It actually dropped by 82%. Granted, it's 82% from virtually nothing to almost nothing at all. But you can see there was an arc, and then it just dropped off, which is disappointing. But let's take a look. And it doesn't find any keywords at all. So now let's take a look at the Get More Stuff Done dashboard. At least been getting some traffic or some keywords or whatever. And by the way, this is going to look so much sexier in a couple of days. Give that a second to load. Let's take a look at our rank tracker. It's also still not picking up the backlinks, which is interesting to me, because it does have backlinks. As you can see, most of the ones that we put in before are now gone or virtually gone. Let's take a look at our Search Console. And yeah, that's the 5th of July through today, August 11th. 30 clicks, that's not very good. 0.7K, I guess that would be 700 or so impressions. Although that doesn't really track with the numbers here, so I'm not really sure. Average position is 19. Let's look at pages. Actually, let's look at queries. Me checking the index status got the most clicks. How to get better at shadow boxing, how to perfect. So those are the only things leading to clicks. And it's not getting very many impressions either. So yeah, we've regressed is basically the moral of the story here, and that's disappointing. But this is a case study, so we're trying different things. So it is what it is. Pages, this hand wrap page got 172 impressions and 3 clicks, but it seems to have dropped out completely. So yeah, this has not gone according to plan. Okay, so what does that leave our next steps? There are some things to consider here. We may have gone too crazy with the interlinking, although just at picking a handful of posts, it really doesn't look that bad. Just trying to pick one here and there. And maybe we did go, yeah, see, we did go a little crazy with, and this is nobody's fault but my own, but we did go a little bit crazy with the interlinking. That's probably part of the problem, is that the site is, Google is confused on what page should be what ranking for what term. Also, if I had this to do over again, I would have picked a handful of keywords to target as well. And let's look here. Yeah, that one's not too bad, but that's one thing. And then the other thing is, I think we just need to do some clean links and to really power up the homepage and power the whole site up, because it really doesn't have a lot in terms of authority. So that's probably the other thing I would do. So what I would probably do is get some, I don't want to say cheap PBN links, but some where it's kind of cost efficient to do a lot. Okay, so this is the freelancer I'm going to use. Let me find this service. I think it is. I get that they have a couple, and I get them mixed up because they're similarly named. So what I'm going to do is just take and do this one, and then I want to upgrade it to 50 PBN links, and we're going to continue to check out. There's a wallet. All right, and then we are just going to okay, so what they're going to do is build 50 PBN links to the home page. It takes them about a week or so, maybe 10 days. And they will just randomly choose these different these different anchors for it. So the hope is that that will power up the site and give it some authority and help it rank some and push some of the internal pages because of the links on the homepage. Now, if that doesn't work, the next step is going to be undoing some of that internal linking that we did, and maybe SEO optimizing some of the key pages like those hand wrap pages and stuff like that, and seeing if that helps it from there. If not, we'll continue. We'll soldier on after that. But I think that's where we're going to wrap up for today. Is wait for this to get done, and then wait a little while after that for the links to index and kick in and stuff like that. See if that helps. If it does, great. If not, then what we will do is go in and maybe remove some of those internal links, and then pick a handful of pages and go in and optimize the content for SEO a little bit better and go from there. So I want to be as transparent with this as possible. I had no idea how well this would work. I probably didn't do it the right way. I probably should have chosen my keywords ahead of time. I probably should have dripped out the posts and other things like that. So and I probably should have been more precise with the internal linking. So there's a lot of, I don't want to say there were mistakes, but there are a lot of things I could have done differently that might have gotten us a faster result. But we're not giving up. We're doing this in real time, and we're seeing how it goes. So if you have any questions or comments or whatever, leave them in the comments. If you haven't seen the rest of this series, it'll be linked in the description and in the first comment as well. So thanks for watching. I will see you again soon. Peace.